Okay, welcome to a Vinyasa practice. My name's Kaylee. When you're ready, you can meet me either in child's pose or on your belly. If you want a gentle stretch for the hips, try a child's pose. If it feels good for a lot of people just to lay down onto your belly and sprawl out there, do that. If you're not sure, try one, see how it feels. If it feels like you're clicking and connecting there, stay with it. If not, try on the other shape. And then once you land wherever you're going to open your practice, gently begin to lengthen your inhales and slow down your exhales. Really allowing yourself to fill on the breath in, to feel the stretch, to fill your lungs. And to soften on the breath out. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw unclench. And two more big long inhales. See if you can breathe down a little farther into the bottom of your lungs. Really expand. And slow exhales. Let the ribs recoil. One more, right where you are, take a big breath in through your nose, fill all the way up, pause and hold your breath just for a beat at the top. This time, open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Work your way to a tabletop position, finding some alignment with your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. You might kind of wiggle around a little bit here, check in, see if you can bring some space into the low back. So I'm just finding that neutral, locking the ribs and the pelvis into place. Now we're gonna go ahead and arch the spine. Find your cow, so tilt the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Push into your hands as you broaden out the collarbones, lift your chin, finding an arch in your back here. And then start with your tailbone. So you're going to scoop the pelvis under as you work your way into cat. Chin curls in toward your chest. Press into your finger pads like you're trying to pull your yoga mat up through your palms, rounding your back. We'll move with breath. Come back to cow pose. Breathe in. Imagine tractioning the heels of your hands toward your kneecaps. And then cat, around the spine on the exhale, tailbone tucks, chin tucks. Two more, just move with your breath here. Check in with all the little segments of your spine. See if you can spend a little bit of energy into that central channel, central nervous system, as well as in yoga philosophy, our central channels of energy. And when you're finished that second round, find a nice neutral spine. So coming back to that alignment with the ribs plugged into the hips. Tuck the left toes under and then drag the ball of the left foot back in space. You're going to lift the left leg. Stay there. Try and keep the pelvis level. Push into your left hand and maybe you reach the right arm forward. Keep pushing down into your left hand as you pull up with your left fingers. Take a big breath in as you stretch. Reach your right hand forward and your left leg back. And then slowly lower back to the start. So knee down, hand down under your shoulder. Come into cow. Breathe in as you arch your spine. And then cat as you exhale, round into it. Take that neutral spine again. Tuck the right toes under, drag the ball of the right foot back. Push into the right hand and lift the right leg and the left arm perhaps. Breathe right here, feeling some stability in your midsection. Nice, reach long on the inhale. Hand and knee down on the exhale. Cow pose, breathe in. Cat pose, breathe out. Neutral spine on the inhale. Reach left leg and right arm long. Take a breath in. Drop the hand and the knee down. Switch sides. Reach left arm and right leg long. and then drop it down. So we're going to go side to side here. Maybe you move an inhale to lengthen and an exhale to reset in your tabletop. Start to bring a lot more awareness into what's going on as you move your body. Where do you feel the stretch? Where do you feel the support? Just here for a few more seconds, trying to find a little rhythm, a little flow. When you're ready, tuck the toes under, walk your hips back toward your heels, and then find a little perch on your heels. If toes pose doesn't feel great for you, you can untuck the toes and sit back onto your heels. But right here, reach the arms forward and then circle out through your wrists a little bit. Let go of any tension that crept in there. We're going to reach the arms up overhead. Take a big breath in. Bend your elbows as you exhale. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Find a little arch in your spine here. Stick your butt out, lift the chest up. Breathing in. And then pull the belly to the lower back, chin to chest. Think cat pose. So you're still in a seat, but you're rounding your spine here. Good. We're going to inhale, release the bind, reach the arms all the way up, 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 up. Bend your elbows as you exhale, shoulders slide down your back. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift the chest, send your hips back, breathe in. Cat pose right here with the bind as you breathe out. Pull your belly to your lower back. Release the bind, reach up on the inhale last time. Elbows bend, exhale. Interlace it, low back, breathe in. Keep the bind, round spine as you breathe out. Everything from the tailbone to the chin. Reach up on the inhale. This time, bring your hands to your heart. Let your eyes soften or close down. And just notice what's going on in your body, your mind. And perhaps today, you choose to practice cultivating a sense of equanimity, finding a state of calmness, of groundedness in every moment, especially the difficult ones, especially the challenging ones. This equanimity comes from an understanding that absolutely every situation has the potential for positivity and also negativity. It's not a fixed quality. So much depends on how we view our experience, the story that we tell ourselves about what's happening around us, inside of us. And just keep tuning into that. See if you can come back to that unshakable sense of collectedness on the inside. No matter whether the poses are working out or the practice feels smooth or your mind feels calm, can you go to a deeper calmness today? Take a big breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. And then open your mouth, offer out that exhale. Blink your eyes open and meet me in a downward facing dog. Spread out the fingers nice and wide. You can pedal out your first down dog a little bit here. Just checking in with your shoulders, your hips, your knees. In downward facing dog, spread your fingers out wide, push the ground away, and then lift your heels up as high as you can. Straighten out the knees there, and then find some alignment in your pelvis. Maybe like me, you've got to walk your feet back a little bit. So we're trying to lengthen through the lower back, through the pelvis. So you're finding that nice neutral pelvis. Soften at the knees once you find it. And then try and keep that neutral pelvis as you soften the heels down toward your mat. Look forward, lift the heels again. And then take a big step or a bunch of little steps to the top, feet together at the top. Come into your halfway stretch, press the palms into your shins, pull the shoulders away from your ears, breathe in. And then catch your calves as you exhale, chin to chest. Push into your feet. We're going to rise all the way up to standing. Big, long inhale, reach up. Bend your elbows on your exhale. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Look up as you fill up. And then hinge at your hips. Fold forward and empty out. Nice and smooth. Release the bind, halfway stretch on an in-breath. Plant your hands, step back to high plank, rock forward, lower half or all the way down. So strong here. Cobra or upward dog. Inhale as you stretch open across the chest and maybe even the front of the hips. Downward facing dog, push into your hands on the exhale. I'm grunting a little bit because there's some effort involved there. Take 2 long breaths in down dog. Maybe you play around, notice what's going on in your pelvis again. You can lift the heels with straight legs and try and find that lengthening action of the pelvis, and then drop the heels down. On an inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale the breath, and then take a big step between your thumbs. Halfway stretch, breathe and lengthen the spine. Fold forward and exhale. Root down through the middles of your feet as you rise up on the inhale, stretch. Bend the elbows, exhale. Interlace at the lower back, fill your lungs. Fold forward and let it go. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back to high push-up, lower half or all the way down. I'm going to try and mix it up today. Cobra pose or up dog on the inhale, so maybe you alternate with me. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Take 2 deep breaths in and out. That equanimous mind, again, breathe in. Breathe out, look forward, lift the heels, step to the top. Halfway stretch, take a deep breath in. Fold forward and exhale. Rise, expand on the in-breath. Bend the elbows on the out. Interlace at your lower back, lift your chest, fill up. Fold forward and exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back high to low, all the way or halfway. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. And take 1 big breath in. Press your chest back a little more as you breathe out. Maybe you bend into the knees. Look forward, lift the heels. Exhale your air. Maybe you hop to the top or you step there. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Chest to thighs, breathe out. Rise all the way up on the inhale, big stretch. We're going to change it up. Open arm twist to the right. Keep squeezing the thighs gently toward each other. Try and point your toes forward. Point the right hip forward. It's going to want to swivel back, but can you keep the hips level? Stay here or bend your knees, finding an open arm chair. Stay there or lift your heels. If you're on the balls of your feet, see if you can take it a little bit lower. Then we're going to come all the way up to standing. Inhale through the center. Open arm twist to the left. Try and rotate from your waist up, keeping the hips level. Stay here or bend your knees. Open arm chair twist. Stay there or lift your heels. Stay there or try and sink the hips a little bit lower for a little toe stand. And inhale, we all rise it up through the center. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then fold forward, smooth exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, vinyasa through your flow. So what I'm going to do today is alternate between up dogs and cobra, every other one. You do what makes sense to you. Meet a downward facing dog. And then extend the right leg back behind you. Take a big breath. Bend your right knee. Find a little external opening or a lot of external opening in the hip. Draw some circles with your right knee. Keep applying pressure with your right hand, so that right hand still is pushing down. Switch the direction of your knee circles, really warming up through the hip socket. Moving some of that joint fluid around. We're going to kick the right leg straight back, breathe in. And then step the right foot through. We're coming all the way to sky archer. So right leg's going to straighten out as you cartwheel the arms up. Maybe you come up onto your right heel. Option to take a little bend in your left knee and start to take your eyes up. If you bend the left knee, press the left hip slightly forward. So you're finding a back bend. opening through the front of the hips. Breathe in. And then we're going to find extended side angle. Rebend the right knee. Reach the left arm up and over. Plug into your feet. You can adjust the feet at any point so you feel like you can really push down into the ground. And then reach the left arm forward. So you're creating a diagonal line of strength from your back ankle to the left wrist. We're going to come back to our sky archer. Inhale it up and open. And then cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step the right foot back and flow through your vinyasa. Breathing in to open the chest. And then exhaling to downward facing. Left leg will lift here. Put a bend in your knee this first time. Find some opening, air out that hip socket, and then draw some circles with your left knee. Notice if there's anything gritty in your hip socket, can you adjust the path of movement to find a little smoother sensation, switch direction. Keep taking those deep conscientious breaths in and out through the nose if you can. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Step it all the way through. Find your sky archer on this side. Again, you've got the option to keep the right leg, the back leg straight. Put a little bend in the knee. Push the hips slightly forward so you're finding more extension in the hips and maybe a little bit more extension in the spine. Breathe in. Extended side angle. Graceful transition if it's there. And then if not, a really gracious mind with yourself. You notice the sensations in your body. See if you can use your breath to meet them with that quality of equanimity. Come back into your sky archer just for an inhale. Circle your hands to the top, step back, high to low push-up. Cobra or up dog, inhale as you open. Downward facing dog, exhale to press the mat away. Right leg lifts, will flow breath in motion. Exhale, step it through. Sky archer is your inhale. Extended side angle is your exhale. Right back to sky archer, breathe in. Cartwheel your hands, high to low push-up. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale, left leg lifts, breathe in. Step it through as you breathe out. Sky archer, unwind, fill up. Extended side angle, empty out. Back to sky archer, breathe in. Circle the hands, flow through your vinyasa. Feel free to add an extra push-up if you need it. From downward facing dog, look forward and lift your heels. Empty your breath and then take a big step or a hop to the top of your mat. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Chest to thighs, breathe out. Rise all the way up on the inhale. Open arm twist, maybe right into that chair on the exhale. Stay here, lift your heels, breathe in. Sink a little deeper as you breathe out. Come all the way up on the inhale, rise it tall. Open arms to the left, maybe right into your chair. Lift your heels, breathe in, got ahead of myself there. Drop the hips, breathe out. Inhale, stand tall, look up. And then exhale, fold forward, let that go. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Stepper, some of you might jump to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna add on to our flow. Right leg lifts, breathe in. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Shift forward if you can and press straight down through your shoulders that are stacked right over your wrists. Kick back to three-legged dog, big breath in. Bring your right knee to your nose as you exhale. Three-legged dog, inhale. Right knee to the left elbow on the exhale. Hold it here. Shoot the right foot out to the left. Set that right foot down. Sweep the left arm up and then spin onto the back heel. Keep spinning until you can find a seat. So seated straddle. You're going to reach both arms toward your back leg. Take a couple deep breaths here. See if you can let your right underarm point downward a little bit. So you're squaring the ribs down. Let the head and the neck relax. We're going to start to unwind out of that. So reach your right arm all the way up and around. We're going to come right back into that fallen triangle. As you press the ground away, lift the hips, lift the left arm, breathe in. Left hand comes down, all the way back to three-legged dog. Right leg kicks back on the inhale. Step it forward on the exhale, sky archer. Take a breath in. Extended side as you breathe out. Pause here, we're going to change it up a little bit. This left arm, start to backstroke it behind you in space. So big reach, pivot the left heel up, and then find a high crescent lunge facing the front of your space. Pull the left hip forward a little bit, soften around your jaw. Pressing down, rooting down through the base of your right big toe. From your high crescent lunge, bring your palms together over your head or at your heart. And then we'll take a prayer twist to the left. Lean forward, or to the right, excuse me. Lean forward, left elbow is going to come outside of the right thigh. That would be very difficult to twist to the left here. Give it a try if you want. And prayer twist to the right in our flow, lengthening your spine with every breath in. Maybe finding a little bit more depth to your twist as you exhale, playing around with taking your eyes over your right shoulder. We're going to shift the weight forward even more than you already have and end up in a single-legged mountain at the top. Lift your arms, lift the left knee, nice and high here. Find your balance, set your eyes to one spot. Really active through your left foot, so pull the left toes toward the left kneecap. Keep that action in the left foot as you find your figure four, crossing the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Hands can find heart center, or maybe it feels helpful to bring your hands to your hips. Having a wobbly day, and sometimes that's just the way it is. It's a great opportunity to practice that equanimity. Right, so some days the balance is really solid and awesome, and when that's the case, we work with it. It's exactly the same when the balance isn't so awesome. Maybe trust that your body's creating some really important new neural connections. Sometimes the moments that we're most wobbly are actually the moments that we're growing the most. We're going to bring the right hand either to the left knee or to the right foot. As you spin open to dancing Shiva, lift the chest, extend that left leg forward. Try and draw in through your abdominals, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Pretty big transition coming up next. We're going to sweep the left arm forward, rebend the left knee a bunch. We're going to kickstand yoga curtsy. So kickstand the left toes as you bend both of your knees here. We're going to come right back to dancing Shiva. So reverse that, wind it open, take a big breath in. Nice long exhale, kickstand yoga curtsy. Do it again, inhale, dancing Shiva. And then exhale, kickstand curtsy. Last time, big breath in, long breath in. Kickstand curtsy on your exhale. Hold it here. We're going to actually drop the left knee all the way down outside of the right foot. Sit down onto your bottom. Bring your right hand back behind you. Tent the fingers as you lengthen your spine and lift the left arm up. Take a breath in. And then catch the right knee with the crook of the left elbow. Keep rooting down through your sit bones, creating some awareness of your spine as you breathe in. And connecting to the twist as you breathe out. Take your eyes maybe back over your back shoulder. One more long breath in from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Twist deep on your exhale. This time look forward. We're coming all the way to half moon. Right hand's going to float down in front of your right foot. Lift the left limbs up and open as you spin open toward the left side of your space. We're working to stack the hips and the ribs. Maybe you float the bottom hand. Really peel the body open And then a big step with your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Reverse your warrior. This time we keep that front knee bent. Breathe in. Cartwheel the hands. Step back. Flow through your vinyasa. Take big, big breaths. Inhale for cobra or up dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Right away we lift the left leg. Breathe in. Left knee, left elbow. Pump the breath here. Exhale. Take that big breath in. Knee to your nose, shift forward, breathe out. Inhale, three-legged. Bring your left knee to the right elbow. This time, we're gonna hold it, shoot the foot out, drop the foot down. Sweep the right arm up as you start to spin onto your heels. Sit your butt all the way down. And then reach and fold for your back foot. Keep breathing once you find your stretch. Notice the sensation of the breath. We'll start to unwind, working our way back to our fallen triangle. Push into the left hand to lift the hips. Take a long breath in. Right hand floats down on your exhale. All the way to three-legged dog. Breathe in. And then step it forward. Sky archer on your in-breath. Extended side. This time we pause. We're going to start to backstroke the right hand, that top arm, backstroke it way back in space like you're moving through water. Pivot the right heel up, high crescent lunge. Set your eyes to one spot. Continue to tune into the sensation of your breath. Every inhale, reach up with the fingers, draw the ribs away from your pelvis. Every exhale, root down into your feet. Squeeze the inner thighs toward one another. Palms connect either over your head or at your heart. Take a breath in. And then for real this time, we take our prayer twist to the left. Try and bring your thumbs toward your sternum. So push that left hand down into the right. Create a lot of awareness in your spine here. Every inhale, can you reach the crown of the head a little further away from your breastbone? Every exhale, use your lungs to wrap into that twist. Use your abdominals, maybe peek over your top shoulder. Look forward, we're gonna shift the weight forward. Single-legged mountain. Right knee comes up, right toes pull toward your right knee and shin. Keep lots of action in that right foot as you find your figure four. Where can you find some potential to soften? Maybe jaw, sides of the neck, shoulders. Where is there some potential perhaps to strengthen? Maybe it's just to strengthen your resolve. We don't have control over the outcome, even of the poses, but we do have control over our effort, over our willingness just to show up and to stay with it, to stay with the challenge. When you're ready, we've got dancing Shiva. Left hand will catch either right foot or right knee. Take your time. Find your twist as you stretch back with the right hand. Pull the right side of the ribs back to follow, like you're trying to show your shoulder blades to the wall behind where you're facing now. From our dancing Shiva, we've got that kickstand curtsy. So you'll cartwheel right hand forward, tap the right toes down. Maybe you reach down, so big bend into the knees. Let's do 4 of those. So inhale, slow, long breath in, dancing Shiva. Exhale, kickstand, curtsy. Take your time. We've got a long inhale to come all the way open into dancing. And a long exhale back into your curtsy. Last time, if your left calf is talking to you, you are not alone. Breathe in. Kickstand, curtsy, drop the knee all the way down, thank goodness. Sit down onto your bottom. Reach your right arm up, tap the left fingers in space back behind you, and then twist to the left. Take 2 deep breaths, inhaling from your sit bones all the way up to the crown of the head. Then exhaling as you twist. Take a peek over your back shoulder. 1 more. Sit up tall, breathe in. Deepen the twist as you breathe out. Look forward, balancing half moon is next. Bringing the left hand down and the right limbs up. And set the eyes to one spot if you can. You might start with somewhere down and to your right, and eventually move your eyes up and to the right, and eventually move your gaze all the way up toward your top hand. Take a big breath in, then big step back with your right foot, deep bend into your left knee as you land your reverse warrior. Equanimity was a great theme for practice today for me. Cartwheel your hands, step back high to low. Sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles, right? And it's all right. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, take a breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Look forward, lift the heels. Step, walk, or hop your feet to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Chest to thighs, breathe out. Rise all the way up on the in-breath. Open armchair, maybe bend the knees, maybe you keep them straight. Lift your heels, take a breath in. Sink your hips a little lower as you breathe out. Rise to stand tall, breath in. Open arm twist to the left, maybe you bend your knees. Heels up, fill up. Hips down as you empty out. Stand tall, look up on the in-breath. Fold forward and empty. Halfway stretch, breathe in. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You can always skip this part. We're gonna put that sequence together. One breath, one motion-ish. We'll see. Right leg high, breathe in. Right knee, right elbow, breathe out. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Three-legged, big breath in. Take it to the left, shoot it out, find fallen triangle on the inhale. Drop the hips as you exhale, reach for your back foot. Right back to fallen triangle, push into the right hand, lift the hips, breathe in. Left hand floats down as you exhale, three-legged on the in-breath. Step it forward on the out. Sky archer, fill up. Extended side angle, empty out. High crescent lunge, finish your inhale. Twist to the right, just for your exhale. Single-legged mountain, rise it up, flex the left foot. Figure four, sink your hips down. Dancing Shiva, big breath in. One time, yoga curtsy with a kickstand. Back to dancing Shiva, inhale. This time you're gonna take it through that curtsy, drop the knee all the way down, sit down onto your butt. Left arm reaches up, breathe in. Twist to the right, breathe out. Look forward on the inhale. Balancing half moon, peel it open and fill up. Big step back as you empty, reverse your warrior, finish your inhale. Circle the hands, high to low push-up or straight to downward. Breathing in, breathing out. Left leg, lift on the in. Needle left elbow on the out. Really pump the breath. Inhale back. Exhale to the center. Breathe in. Take it to the right, shoot it out. Fallen triangle, breath in. Hips down, reach for your back leg on your breath out. Back to fallen triangle. Inhale, open. Right hand down on the exhale, three-legged dog. Finish that breath in. Step through as you empty for sky archer on an in. Extended side on and out. High crescent lunge, fill up and look up. Twist to the left just for your empty out. Single-legged, breathe in. Figure four, sit low. Dancing Shiva, inhale. Kickstand curtsy, exhale. One more, dancing Shiva, maybe, breathe in. Take it through your kickstand, drop the knee down, have a seat. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, twist to the back. Look forward on the inhale. Balancing half moon, left hand down. Peel open, fill up. Strong step to the back of the mat with the right foot. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, high to low. Take a big breath in. Open the chest in cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Right away, lift the heels. Empty the breath, step or hop to the top. Last round, halfway stretch, breathe in. Chest to thighs, breathe out. Rise all the way up on the in. Open arm chair on the out. Lift the heels, breathe in. Sink really deep, maybe brush the right fingers down. Stand all the way up on the in. Open arm chair on the out. Heels lift, fill up. Sink the hips down as you exhale. Stand all the way up on the in-breath. Chest to thighs, let it go. Keep it smooth if you can. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg goes high, breathe in. Right knee or right elbow. Kick it back, fill. Knee to nose, really squeeze to empty. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Take it to the left, shoot it out, fallen triangle, breathe in. Have a seat, fold toward the back leg as you breathe out. Fallen triangle, push away as you lift on the in. Left hand down on the out, three-legged dog, big breath in. Step through, reverse, or sky archer, breathe in. Extended side, breathe out. Backstroke to high crescent, finish your inhale. Twist to the right as you empty. Single-legged mountain, breathe in. Figure four, breathe out. Dancing Shiva, inhale. Kickstand curtsy, exhale. Dancing Shiva, breathe in. Take it through kickstand, drop the knee down, drop the hips down, left arm reaches on and in. Twist to the right on the out. Look forward, balancing half moon. Feel open on that in-breath. Take a big step back, reverse warrior and pause. So find your reverse warrior and pause here. From your reverse warrior, we're gonna find Skandasana to the back of the mat. Bring your hands to your heart. So you can get there right away if you want. Otherwise, meet me bringing hands to your heart. We're gonna start to lift up onto the right heel a little bit. Get strong in your hips. Bend into your left knee. Go slow, 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 slow. Sinking down as low as you can. Keep the strength in your legs here. Keep pulling the outer hips toward midline. Push into the center of your back foot. Come back up to the center. Bend the knees. Reverse the warrior. Breathe in. Again, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Slow, controlled. Stay super strong here with me. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Skandasana to the back. Look toward the back of your mat. We're gonna find dragonfly twist by bringing the right hand down, pivot around onto the ball of your right foot, and then drop the left knee, reach the left arm up and back. So you're in a low dragonfly. You can stay here, or you might choose to catch your right foot, with your left hand, pressing down into your bottom hand as you spin the chest open. And stay with yourself, stay with the sensation of your breath. And stay with the willingness to cultivate that equanimity. That doesn't mean that you don't make adjustments. So you do what you can control to support yourself, to find that satisfying challenge without forcing anything. If you caught the back foot, gently release it. We're gonna bring the left hand down inside of the left foot. Walk your left foot further over to the left for your lizard lunge. So you can stay on the palms here. You're pulling the heart through the upper arms. You also have the option to lower onto your forearms or your elbows. Again, pull the heart forwards instead of rounding into your spine. You find length in the spine. And breathe right into where you feel the sensation of the stretch. You came down onto the elbows and back onto your palms. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your right knee. Shift forward and backward a couple times. And then start to shift the hips up as you lift the heel up. So shift the hips up and lift your back heel up. We're gonna eventually take a big step or a hop into Malasana at the back of the mat. So step or hop or slide, however you can get that right foot outside of the right hand. Bring your hands to your heart. Maybe you find a little sway here. Maybe you close your eyes and drop into the present moment experience without needing to fix a label onto it as good or bad. Can you just see the potential for both? See maybe the wisdom in not getting hung up on either, so we're not worrying our energy, resisting something that we think of as bad. We're not robbing ourselves of the experience by grasping onto something that we think of as good. We're just being with it, just breathing with it, holding it lightly. And take a breath in, and then fold forward at the back. Point the toes forward, but keep your legs split. Maybe even walk the legs farther. Catch the crooks of your opposite elbows. Find a little ragdoll sway here. Give your head a shake or a little nod. And then you can release the arms down. Slowly unroll all the way up to standing. Circle your arms around. Big breath in as you reach up. You're going to drop back down. Just the right hand is going to reach between your legs. Left arm lifts up. Inhale, rise it up tall. Hinge at the hips as you exhale. Left hand floats down, right arm reaches up. Inhale, reach up. Again, to the left, right hand down on the breath out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take it right. One more each side, breathe in. Breathe out, maybe you go a little lower. Inhale. Exhale. Rise all the way up, feet are still split. And then let's take a swan dive forward. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Halfway stretch here, breathe in. You've got the option to bring your knees, keep breathing, right onto the spot below your underarms and prep for Bakasana. And maybe for right now, you just play around with shifting the weight forward, really plugging into your hands, trying to pull your mat together underneath your hands, like you're trying to bunch it up underneath the palms. Some of you may have Bakasana. If you've got Bakasana, you're going to exhale the breath completely and on empty, jump back to Chaturanga. My body's not feeling that today, so we'll meet in Cobra or Up Dog, breathe in, or Cow. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. All right, left leg lifts this time. Big breath in. Knee to the left elbow as you empty. Kick it back, fill up. Knee to nose, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale to the right, shoot it out. Fallen triangle, breathe in. Drop your hips, fold over your back leg, breathe out. Back to fallen triangle, inhale, open. Exhale, top hand down, left leg, kick it back, breathe in. Step through, sky archer is your inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Backstroke to high crescent, look up, finish the in-breath. Twist to the left just for that exhale. Single-legged mountain, rise it up, breathe in. Figure four, breathe out. Dancing Shiva, inhale as you open. Kickstand curtsy, exhale, take it low. Dancing Shiva, breathe in. Kickstand curtsy to dropping the knee, dropping the hips. Lift the right arm and fill up. Twist to the left as you empty out. Look forward on the inhale, left hand forward. Balancing half moon on the exhale, stay here, peel open, breathe in. Big step with your top foot, reverse your warrior, pause. From reverse warrior, we're going to straighten out the left leg. Lift your left heel, start to square the hips. You can bring your hands to your heart. Another option is to reach your arms forward as you start to drop your hips down, slow, controlled. So this is how we earn that range of motion, is keeping it under control. Come up to stand, breathe in. Let's just stay with this. So instead of going all the way back to reverse warrior, unless you want to, one more time. Squeeze the legs, press down, pull the hips down, pause at the bottom. Twist to the top, dragonfly. Drop your back knee, reach your right arm back. Maybe you reach and catch your left foot. If you catch the left foot, or even if you don't, even if you're here, see what happens when you turn the left fingers out a little bit to the left and kind of spiral that arm bone, like counterclockwise spiral of the arm bone to pull the left shoulder blade onto your spine, or onto the back of the ribs, I should say. If you caught the back foot, slowly release it. Right hand's gonna come inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot over to the right a little bit more for your lizard lunge. And adjust the back leg. Draw the heart through the arms. And then maybe you keep that lengthened spine as you walk down onto your elbows. As soon as you land in whatever version of lizard you're taking, come back to the sensations of your breath. Can you smooth out that flow of prana? If you close your eyes and really dive into the sensation of the breath. Right, these moments are so brief in truth. You're on your elbows, back to the palms. Tuck the back toes, find a little rock, a little shift forward and backward. Maybe you start to lift the hips a little bit, straightening the front leg as you lift the hips, lifting the back heel, until you can gain a little momentum or a little upper body strength to step your left foot forward for Malasana. Hands to your heart, let your eyes soften onto one spot or close your eyes down. Breathe in, breathe out. And just notice what arises for you here. Notice the sensations of your breathing. Where can you feel the breath? And notice any areas in your body that feel loud, any areas of increased sensation. You breathe into those spaces, let them take up as much room as they need. Notice any thoughts that arise without needing to push them away or grasp hold of them, just watching. The really common metaphors like you're watching clouds passing through the sky. Those thoughts, those clouds, those are not your essence. That's not your consciousness. Your consciousness in this metaphor is the sky, the expanse. That all of those thoughts, sensations flow through. Blink the eyes open if they're closed. Look around the spine a little bit. See if you can get your butt a little closer to your mat. Maybe you reach forward for a little counterbalance. Maybe around the spine a ton. Pull your belly in. Sit your butt down. See if you can reach your peace fingers for your big toes. And then extend the legs for bound Navasana. Pulling your belly inward as you lift your heart upward. Set the eyes toward your big toes or somewhere right past them. And breathe. If it feels great for your neck, you can absolutely drop the head back, but you don't have to. Breathe. Maybe we keep hold of the big toes as you bend the knees out to the side. So you're in an upright happy baby, which will eventually turn into a supine happy baby as you rock back. Maybe you do a couple little rocks here. Let it be kind of playful. When you're ready, you can find happy baby. I'm getting a little bit more core work playing around with that happy baby version of boat. When you're ready, drop into your happy baby. Close the eyes again if that feels like it helps you land. That helps you drop into a little deeper presence or connection. From happy baby, bring the knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze or a tight hug. We're going to finish up with one back bend and then our spinal twist before Savasana. So you can choose if you want to take bridge or wheel with me, or maybe you want to take camel or even sphinx. If you're coming into bridge or wheel with me, step the feet down about hips distance apart underneath the knees. Start to push the ground away as you lift your hips up. You can stay here for bridge. If you're exploring wheel, bring your palms down onto the mat underneath your shoulders with your fingers pointing toward your heels. That's probably the only way that's going to make a lot of sense for most of our wrist joints. Pause there, push into your hands without lifting, just feel the muscles activate, and then slowly lift up, maybe pausing on the crown of the head to redistribute, to reset if you need. Pressing the ground away if and when you're ready for wheel. And then again, that equanimous quality to your mind. It means that we stay calm and collected, especially in the midst of difficult moments, challenging moments. Doesn't mean that we hurt ourselves, right? So you can absolutely back out of the stretch. I'm going to take it back into bridge. Finding that quality of openness, of a willingness to meet every moment with that awareness that it has a potential for positivity and negativity. And in fact, everything has always got some degree of both. So there's no fixed quality that rests on one situation or one moment. And let yourself be in that gray space. Take a big breath in, and then slowly, slowly, slowly release your back bend. Let the knees drop in toward each other if you were in bridge or wheel. Feet are wide at the edges of the mat. When you're ready, tee or cactus your arms. Bring your feet a little closer together and then start to toggle the knees slowly from one side to the other. Maybe you add a little rotation of the chin, the opposite direction of the knees. So you're finding your spinal twist. You could pause and hold the twist on either side for a breath or two. Or you might just keep windshield wipering with me for another few breaths. We're in no rush to get there, but eventually you'll work your way into a final resting shape. Really encourage you not to skip this part. It's easy for a lot of us to feel like we don't have time for rest, and it's really the opposite. If we don't make time for rest, we won't have the energy to move through everything else that we want to fill our days, our lives with. So we gotta earn all of the life that we want to live by balancing it with taking time to rest. And work your way into your version of Savasana. Make yourself as comfortable as possible here. As you follow a couple more rounds of breath, let the breath be like a wave that you can wash through your body, breathing into any pockets that feel especially taxed after your practice. And exhaling to allow some of that tension to dissipate. Maybe you breathe into thoughts or emotions that are challenging to sit with if they arise. And giving yourself space to process whatever it is that's here from that equanimous state of mind. And stay here, listen for my voice in just a few moments to end our practice. And when you're ready to move on, start to bring some gentle movement back in. Curl the toes, circle the wrists, maybe nod the head side to side. Give yourself all the time in the world to move from whatever resting shape you were in to a seat. And when you land, bring your hands to your heart. Lift your heart up toward your thumbs, sit up tall. And close with a cleansing breath. So as you inhale, sweep the arms out and then up over your head, gathering up a lot of energy with that breath. Sip in a little bit more air at the top. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you for sharing your energy, your time, and your practice. It's an honor to teach. Take care. I hope to see you soon.